nothing fancy, so do not get your hopes high. Fine. When we're talking about the government budget, the government plans out its expenditure and its revenue in order to obtain certain objectives. What objectives are they keeping in mind is what I intend to discuss today. Now, in this document, I'm talking about three objectives. I'll also share a link, I'll share my screen because certain other books have a little vast variation of objectives. So let's do one thing. How about take a moment, read all these three, and then maybe I can ask one person to explain whatever they've understood. Take 2 minutes, please read, and then we discuss. Are we done reading?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone who wants more time?
Just a second, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Siddharth, if I ask you to explain any objective, do you think you can do that? All right. Tanish, do you think you can explain any objective? Any that
Um,
you've understood?
I can try.
Please
Price
do.
stability. Ma'am, in the country, there are many times in which the prices go ups and downs, such as inflation and deflations. So, ma'am, to control the price of the goods and services, the government can use its policies such as tax policy to control price, such as by increasing taxes on the product, the prices of the product goes highest, which led to uh, decrease in demand of the product, which is helpful in maintaining the price if there is excess demand of the goods, and vice versa. I'm saying.
Taken. Thank you. Anyone who wants to add to this? Priyanshu, do you think you can add to this? Muskan, any additions?
Ma'am, ma'am, I think he covered the entire part, ma'am. Price stability means stable prices of goods and services in the economy, and due to instability in prices, there is a lack of confidence in the mind of investors, and due to this, there is a lot of fluctuation in the economy, and government uses taxes and other measures to control this instability in prices.
Vikram, I'll just share my screen. I want to show a diagram to you people. The price stability point was talking about the business cycle. This is what a typical business cycle is when we talk in terms of economics. So you're talking about a peak that you've reached. Peak क्या होता है? Basically when you're looking at the highest GDP or the highest growth level you can imagine in the growth period. Then once you reach a peak, due to some external factors, there are chances that there's a slowdown. If the slowdown goes for a longer period, you're looking at recession. If the slowdown worsens, you're talking about a period of depression. Depression is, I think you know about the Great Depression that we had when you were looking at a fallout in the economy. That lasts for some time, and then you have a period which is known as recovery, where the government brings about certain changes in policies and takes steps so that you recover out of this depression of your economic cycle. So you're looking at these four, you're looking at peak, you're looking at recession, depression, and recovery. 4 parts that you're talking about. Looking at or depending upon what stage of business cycle we're at, the government uses its tools of taxes and expenditure to control the prices that are there in the economy. So if I say that there is inflation, all right, the document had example of inflation. I'll take that example and then I'll give you the opposite example also. When you're talking about inflation, you're basically saying that the prices are going way too high because the demand is too much. So what exactly will the government do using their budgetary tools of taxes? The moment they increase the taxes, you're basically discouraging the people to consume that good. How exactly do you discourage? Because the good becomes expensive, people are not willing to spend as much on that good. So your government is trying to reduce the demand, thereby controlling inflation. Similarly, there's deflation, where the government realizes that people are not buying as much as they should. Then they go the opposite way. They reduce the taxes. The moment they reduce the taxes, it becomes a little lucrative to buy a product, or they're trying to encourage us to spend our money. If we spend our money, then we're looking at a way out of the depression or the slowdown that we have. So using their budgetary tools, the government can try to control the price level in the economy. आप taxes ज़्यादा कर दोगे, so you are discouraging them to buy. If you reduce the taxes, you're encouraging them to buy. Similar fashion में you have subsidies working. If you increase the subsidy, you're basically encouraging them to buy. If you reduce the subsidy, the prices will become expensive because then more burden will fall on the consumer, and then you are discouraging them. All right, anyone who wants to volunteer for redistribution of income? Pranay, will we be okay talking about redistribution or reallocation? Please try. Pickle explained everything that is there to talk about in theory. Ever seen this happening in our country? Ever seen government is trying to charge the rich and is trying to help the poor? Any policy that conforms to redistribution aspect?
Tax slabs.
Tax slabs, best example. You have exemptions, so maybe till 2.5 lakhs. No one is supposed to give taxes, and then beyond that you're supposed to pay higher tax as your income goes on increasing. So you're looking at a progressive taxation, and if your income level goes on increasing, you end up paying more taxes. How exactly is the government using that money? It is not necessary that the government is using the same money for the rich only. They can also use it for welfare purposes of the poor. Hence, you're looking at the aspect of redistribution. Anyone who can talk about reallocation of resources?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Anji?
Ma'am, but there are many investment policies that that favor the rich people only. So, ma'am, this is the reverse case.
All right, Shashank, you will have investment policies coming in. One, you can have policies coming either out of the government sector or coming out of the private. When you're looking at someone bringing up an investment policy, there the purpose is not redistribution. The purpose there would be to have some productive output of providing some services. So if I say the government wants people to invest in Air India, there the purpose is not redistribution. There the purpose is to save their airlines. If the government is focusing on redistribution, that is when they're looking at progressive taxation. Not all policies are targeted towards redistribution. So certain policies can have other targets also.
Okay, ma'am.
And also next, investment policies will, if, all right, we can think that it is just the rich who can invest and then they enjoy higher returns. How exactly, then this would make us believe that the inequalities are rising. How exactly can the government control that? They again have other kinds of taxes. If you know, there's a capital gains tax, there's a long term capital gains tax. आपका dividend भी tax होता है. So one, it is taxed as corporate tax. जब profit पे आपका tax लगता है, वहाँ पे government tax collect करती है. If that is not being done, then the dividend that you receive, which is a part of your disposable income, that is also taxed. So the government is also taking share from everyone who's earning. Looks a bit fair to a poor person, looks a little unfair to a rich person. But there are different agreements, that different policies and laws that are there. All right. Lastly, reallocation of resource. Anyone who can talk about this? Looks like the easiest to
Yes,
me.
ma'am.
Please talk.
Ma'am, there are many areas and sectors like the sanitation and rural electrification, education, etc., where the public sector are not willing to invest because it may be due to large investments or the low profits that may have in the future. So in these sectors, the government need to reallocate their resources to achieve the social and economic objectives. Uh, uh, so the government also provides subsidies and they reduce the taxes to, and their main motive is to reduce the inequalities and the like they need to benefit the poor out of on these sectors.
Taken. Anyone who wants to add anything to this? All right, when we're talking about reallocation of resources, we're simply looking at how the government can allocate the resources in order to reach out to the maximum number of people. Certain areas are handled by the private sector. There are certain aspects which are not handled by the private sector. Aspects which are not handled by the private sector, either the government will have to take an initiative there all by themselves, or they will have to induce the private sector to take an initiative. Now, how exactly can you induce? You can either provide them with a tax deduction, or you can give a tax holiday, or you can give out land cheaply, or you can promise low rates for electricity, or you can give out subsidies. Some ways so that your private sector takes in the lead and they provide certain services. I think we've covered this in Indian Eco. I think you might have done this in geography sometime back, that how in Jamshedpur they were encouraged to set their industry. Have you done that in geography sometime back?
Yes, ma'am. Even in BST last year.
Perfect. So how exactly did that happen? No one wants to go back to a rural area or a semi-urban area and set up their factory. Everyone wants the facilities of an urban area. Why exactly will someone set their factory in a backward area? Only if the government provides certain incentives. Now, providing those incentives will be a part of the government budget. How exactly? If you're taking a tax cut, you are sacrificing your revenue. If you are giving out land at cheaper prices, then you're sacrificing your revenue. Or if you are promising low tariff for electricity, you are losing out on revenue. You will have to look at these aspects as a part of your budgetary tool. If the government is doing that, again, the objective is to reallocate resources, not just to the urban or the rich people, but also to the people of the backward areas. All right, I'll stop sharing this here. I think I've lost my sheet. Fine, this is another link that is there. I'll send this link to you people. Certain books will have these many objectives. Largely these are repetitive. Largely they've broken down the ones that we've already spoken about. I will not discuss all of these because they've split those in many points. But just in case your book has these, I'll send this link to you. Feel free to read. Fine. Coming back to the activity that I want now. One, please bear with me because I have to tell that I had conducted an activity. What exactly am I looking at? Since I look at eco as a largely research and analysis based subject, I would want you people to do a bit of research. So maybe just take out 10-15 minutes. What exactly am I expecting? Oh, I've sent you the meeting link only. No, sorry. This one is correct. So sorry, my bad. All right, my expectations about this. I would want you people to research about what exactly are the expenditure, or maybe some news article where you can read about either the expenditure being made by the government or some tax cut that they're taking or some economic stimulus that they're giving, some budgetary tools related. I would want you people to find a link. I have an example in mind. I'll send a link to you people. Maybe I'll share my screen shortly. This is the format I would want you people to submit in. So maybe I start with roll number 1. Here you give me the link that is there for your article. I read that article, whatever that article has about the budget. So if it is talking about certain expenditure, I would want you people to give me the expenditure. I would want you to tell me if it is capital or revenue expenditure. And I would want you to tell me the reason as to why have you categorized it in that way. If the article is about a receipt, then again you identify what is the receipt, you categorize it as capital or revenue, and you give me your reason. This is the basic thing. Lastly, whatever do you think is the objective of the government for doing so? If they're taking a tax cut or if they are reducing their expenditure, they're increasing their expenditure. Soch ke batao, what objective did the government keep in mind when they came up with this policy?
Excuse me, ma'am.
हाँ जी.
Ma'am, I guess objective reason में cover नहीं हो जाएगा.
No. If I say that my expenditure is about maintenance of footpaths, you categorize it as a revenue expenditure, and then you tell me because neither does it create an asset nor does it reduce a liability. This is reason for categorizing, not reason for why exactly is the government taking that. That will come in objective. Did I answer your question, Shiva?
Yeah, ma'am, sure. So objective will be the social welfare.
Can be social welfare. You think and tell depending upon the article. I'll just share.
Yes,
Hanji.
just one more doubt. Do we have to create only one article about expenditure or receipt, or do we have to take two articles, one regarding expenditure and one regarding receipt?
No, I am looking at just one article. Now that article may have both expenditure or receipt, or the article may just have expenditure, तो आप receipt में not applicable करके दे दोगे. If the article talks about receipt, तो आप expenditure में not non-applicable करके दे दोगे. But some sort of objective will be there. Now the objective may not just be the ones that we've already spoken about. You can think of some other objective also that we've not really covered in today's class. The objective that we've done in as a part of our syllabus are not a wholesome project or something. You can have any other objective.
Sure, ma'am. Noted.
People, do you think you can do this? Maybe if I give you 10 minutes and you submit it as an assignment on GC. Yes.
Ma'am,
no.
can you repeat what do we have to exactly search?
Alright, wait a second. I was.
Go on any news site, there are numerous articles.
Fine. This is one example that I came up with, where the article talks about how the RBI wants that the government should increase its demand so that the economy has a boost. Here I'm looking at the expenditure part where the government simply has to increase its consumption. Talking about revenue expenditure, if you read, and objective would be economic stability. Economic stability क्यों? क्योंकि if the government does not spend and the consumers are not spending, if no one spends, then you are headed towards a recession. If you want to avert that, someone will have to spend in the economy to keep the cycle going. Hence, here the objective comes as the objective of economic stability. What exactly am I looking for? I want you people to give me the link. I want you people to identify क्या ये revenue expenditure की बात कर रहे हैं, receipt की बात कर रहे हैं. Whatever is the expenditure, highlight that. Whatever is the nature of the expenditure, highlight that. And talk about the objective of the step taken by the government. Can be done now. Fine. For the ones who've understood, you may leave the call. I'm creating an assignment on GC. I would just want you people to submit this Word document to me. Towards the end of the day, I'll collate this and I'll send this sheet to you. Collation में ये आएगा. Let me just show. Once I receive all your responses, I intend to do this by the end of the day, wherein I compile all your submissions and then maybe I share these with you so that you people can have a look, and maybe we discuss this on Monday. Fine.
Can
For
privatization of railways can be done in this?
Bilkul Tanish, find an article, search for the link. You're looking at receipt this time. सोच के बताओ capital receipt होगा या revenue receipt होगा और objective.
Capital.
Fine. Just maybe write this in a document and turn it in as the assignment on GC.
Thank you.
People, you may start leaving because I want this by the end of the day.
Sure, ma'am. Good day.
To you too.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Anji?
Ma'am, I still didn't quite get what I exactly have to do. I was
Okay.
lagging a bit in between.
I'll just repeat, Bhavishya. I want you to find either some source of expenditure of the government or some source of receipt of the government, any article about what exactly is happening in our country or has happened, and then you basically looking at budgetary tools. Once you've identified an article, I would want you to read it carefully and either talk about the expenditure that the government intends to increase or decrease, or talk about their anticipated receipts, the income that they are expecting. Will that increase or decrease? So once you've looked at expenditure, for instance, I would want you to categorize it either as a revenue expenditure or a capital expenditure. That is one. Secondly, whatever is the purpose of the government for undertaking that expenditure or reducing that expenditure, what do you think is the objective behind that budgetary tool? That is what I want you to share. So, just an analysis of a link or a news